All right, well, Zillow is warning that a housing slowdown could be on the way, and that could be because of the higher prices that we've seen on homes. Mortgage rates also are an issue, and inflation as well. Let's dig into this a little bit with former Fannie Mae executive Tim Rood. Tim, great to talk to you about home pricing and what we're seeing in this market. It's a little bit confusing. Mortgage rates pulling back a little bit. Prices are staying high. Inventories are very low. This isn't, the typical environment that we've seen before as a result of the kind of aggressive buying that we saw during the pandemic with low rates, and now this sort of the low inventory, the way the inventory is holding. You see the rates go up, you expect the prices to come down quickly, and they're just not.
Yeah, well, thank God it's not normal, at least not the normal we've seen for the last 2 years. I mean, the housing market is moderating from a pretty frantic pace, which I think we all agree is probably a pretty healthy thing to happen. You want to see 20% a year appreciation rate over and over. That's obviously not sustainable. To put it in context, you normally see 3-4%. That's a barn burner of a year when you see appreciation rates, particularly in the housing market. So, I mean, what we've seen is really unhealthy. Starting in February, I think in the anticipation of interest rates going up, you started to see mortgage rates go up. And ever since then, as rates have gone up, basically, doubled from last year, you've seen a laddering down in terms of the home price appreciation. Month over month, it went from like 17% in February. June, it was down to like 12%, and now we're somewhere in the 6% range. So we're getting back to some level of normalcy, but still pretty far from it.
I've got about 20 seconds. Just tell me how long you think it takes for these trends to impact the market and for that sort of new normal to set in. Because right now it still feels like I'm not quoting from the White House here, but we're in transition mode.
Yeah, it's really going to depend where interest rates go. I mean, a good way of thinking about this is if you're owning a house and you have an inflationary environment, then that house is a hedge against inflation, right? Because you've locked in a low interest rate, the property is going to go up in value. And if you're in a recession, the good news is interest rates usually go down about 1.25% during a recession. And somehow, some way, in the last 40 years, every recession we've had, home prices have gone up 6%. Wow. I'm not saying it's a no-brainer, but it's a good place to be.
Yeah. All right, Tim, great to see you. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
You bet.